Hi, thanks for listening. I stole that off a YouTuber, good fella. Um, I was inspired by him and Karen Strahan and others to make this. This isn't my usual type of video. I all of my stuff are films that I've done or slideshows of film posters with ideas, that I've got. But I was inspired to do this because I just, I wanted to get some stuff off my chest. Uh, I completely disagree with the current representation of feminism. Um, I am, however, for complete equality. Men and women are and always must be equal, right? We're not the same, but we are equal. We're wings of the same bird, if you like. I mean, if I have a job, if I have the same job as a woman, but if the woman is either better at that job or if she's done the job for longer, she should be paid more, and vice versa. But every single feminist I've spoken to either hates men to a small or great extent, or wants the pendulum to swing the other way, or believe that all men, for example, should be taught not to rape. Which, that really pisses me off. No, not all men need to be taught not to rape. Rapists need to be taught not to rape, not men. Don't take it for granted that all men are automatically rapists. A woman told me recently that she said the true essence of feminism is the belief that everything a man can do, a woman can do. And I laughed. I said, well, that's not true. She said, yes, it is. I said, no, it's not. She said, no, anything a man can do, a woman can do. I said, no. She said, okay, name one thing that a man can do that a woman can't. And I said, pee standing up. And she was, I said, but by the same token, a man can't have kids. Men and women are not the same, but we are and always must be equal. That doesn't make us the same. I believe in pure feminism, which is purely based on equality. I believe in universal equality, except for child abusers, killers, rapists, etc. There's actually an example. A couple months ago, I came across this when 50 Shades of Grey came out. The amount of stuff I heard and read from feminists who are treating 50 Shades of Grey as the first book and movie in history that only women are allowed to see and or read. Apparently, if men read the book or see the film, they're sexist and misogynist or perverts. But if a woman reads the book or sees the film, she's empowered. How about anyone can read it and see it if they want to and get from it whatever they want? Actually, men can benefit from it as well because the lead character, Christian Grey, is a dick. So us men can learn how not to behave. There was a recent study done. I got this off the YouTuber Goodfella. There was a recent study done at Boston University by Professor Judith Hall, a modern feminist. She stated that men who hold women in high regard and or would be willing to sacrifice themselves to save the woman's life are benevolent sexists. Well, if that's true, I'm proud to be a benevolent sexist. I will never, ever stop holding women in high regard. And if that makes me sexist in any way, then print it on a t-shirt and I'll fucking wear it. Something interesting, Patricia Arquette, who won an Oscar just recently, a brilliant performance, much deserved. In her acceptance speech, she was demanding equal pay in America for women. Now, it's interesting coming from an actress in Hollywood. Now, she wasn't specifically talking about Hollywood, she was talking in general, but it's interesting in her position because she's right. I mean, actors and actresses in Hollywood, there isn't equal pay. That's absolutely right. For example, for Julia Roberts, for her last film as lead actress, she got paid 10 times more than Benedict Cumberbatch got paid for his lead performance in The Imitation Game. Of course, that's because Julia Roberts has been doing it since, I don't know, almost 30 odd years, and Benedict Cumberbatch is relatively new. So obviously she'd get paid more for her leading role film than he would. But she's right, not equal pay. I agreed with feminism back in the day, as in women demanding the right to vote and fighting for equality. But as it stands, particularly in the West, feminism isn't really needed. And as it's represented today, I am 100% against it. But as I said, I am 100% for equality. I don't fight for women's rights. I don't fight for race rights or gender rights or sexuality rights. But I do fight for human rights. I mean, if I dislike someone, it will not be based on gender, race, sexual orientation. It will be because I think they're an asshole. Again, men and women are not the same, but we are equal. I get film ideas, right? And I turn them into film posters. And I cast actors in it. Sometimes I cast friends and family. And I cast them based on the fact that if it was a real film, they are the people I would like to see in the film. Now, a friend said to me, right, today, actually, he said, Shadra, you've cast Emma Watson in a lot of your film posters. And I said, yeah. He said, you do know that she's an extreme feminist. And I said, yes, I know, but that doesn't stop her from being an absolutely amazing actress. I could see his confusion. So I just said, I'm not anti-women. I love women. I am anti-idiots. If I'm in a room with someone that I really detest, and that person says something that I agree with, I will be the first person to say, that's a good idea, let's do that. Truth is truth and talent is talent. About a month ago, actually, this is also to do with Emma Watson, it was interesting. A well-meaning friend, she criticized one of my film posters. It had Emma Watson and Sasha Grey. It was actually an anti-human trafficking story. But my friend said, you know, if Emma Watson ever sees that, she'll be very angry. I said, why would she be angry? She said, because Sasha Grey used to be in porn. I said, yes, I know that. But the first time I was introduced to who Sasha Grey was, she was in a mainstream film directed by Steven Soderbergh. I think it was called The Girlfriend Experiment or Experience. My friend said, but Emma Watson is a feminist. She won't like being in the poster with Sasha Grey. I said, well, if she believes in true equality, she won't have a problem with it. I said, there's another poster I've done, which also has Emma Watson in it. And in this poster, I cast myself. Now, what if instead of casting me, I cast Mark Wahlberg? I said to my friend, would you think that Emma Watson would have a problem with that? My friend said, no, of course not. Mark Wahlberg, perfectly fine. I said, really? Well, that's interesting because Mark Wahlberg has been in prison. And what he did to go to prison was against the law. But what Sasha Grey did was completely legal. So who's worse? Thanks for listening. That's my rant over, I think. This was interesting. I don't know if I'll make this type of YouTube video again. I might do, now that I've kind of mastered how to do it. Again, I want to thank good fella Karen Strahan, who probably will never hear this. Two people I very much admire. Intelligent, speak nothing but good sense. Both of them have sense of humor, you know, as well. I fully recommend you looking for them on YouTube and subscribing to them. I even follow both of them on Twitter. If you like funny, intelligent, fair-minded people, I suggest you become acquainted with them. Okay, that's it. Thank you again, and until next time, ciao for now.